Hey everybody, it's Chad Warren. This video is really important to me because it expresses the most important point in the shortest amount of time. And if you've ever thought that anything I said based on my research about the problem with the politics in the world today, the polarization, the hate, and the threat of a civil war takeover of America, I really hope that you will watch this video and that you will comment on it and share it. Feel obligated to share it because there's such a small group of people. If you took just the alternative media, people that watch YouTube videos and such, there's a very small group of those people that are talking about anything that's actually important, that's not a distraction. So, if you respond to this, about here is stopping the biggest war ever. And this video is going to educate you about what Soviet destabilization and demoralization is, okay, and how all these news stories like the Elizabeth Warren DNA story, it plays perfectly into it. Okay, we have a small group of people that are in charge of the media, right, and it's a bunch of Central European people that were used as pawns by the Ashkenazi Jews to send over to Israel. And it was the Rothschild family that uses Zionism to rule the world. And not all Jews believe in Zionism, that they have to occupy Israel. They are good friends with Trump. Trump is spoken the most in support of Israel than any president. He celebrated the fact that Jerusalem is the official capital, and they have the Zionists have his face on a temple shekel, celebrating the rebuilding of this temple. In the Bible, these people were referred to as the synagogue of Satan, those who say they are Jews but are not Jews. Okay? So it's not an anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish thing at all. And all this talk in the news on CNN, right, and MSNBC against Trump is by these Zionist people because they want to stir up a fight, right? So if you want to stop violence, this is what you have to do. The person in this video is a former KGB agent, and he's explaining how this all the stuff of the left to the point to where I have had a white progressive liberal throw beer on me at a Super Bowl party because he brought up the topic of the birth certificate, which all these incidences are designed to cause this conflict. He said anybody that supported that topic, that where Trump questioned the validity of the document, is racist. But that's not true, because a lot of people that know about Photoshop, when that document was released, noticed that it had editing layers in it. Why would you release a document that had Photoshop editing layers? The only reason for that would be to cause people to think it had been tampered with. So this guy explains the majority of what these on the other countries mess with their head with mind control through the media and education. So it's going to take about 15 or 20 years, this person figures, to reverse this trend. And here, I'll just play a little bit of it so you see. But please, like, comment, and share.
In reality, the main emphasis of the KGB is not in the area of intelligence at all. According to my opinion and opinion of many defectors of my caliber, only about 15% of time, money, and manpower is spent on espionage as such. The other 85% is a slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия, the language of the KGB, or psychological, but every American, to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country. It's a great brainwashing process which goes very slow, and it's divided into 4 basic stages. The first one being demoralization. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years which requires to educate one generation of students in the country of your enemy, exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism.
I have done my research. You're fucking a white male! Yes! In America, yes! Look at all the fucking black people that are Mexicans. That's not a fucking issue compared to the black people that are police. Bullshit! You white guys are right! You're a white man! This is fucking bullshit!
The result you can see. Most of the people who graduated in the 60s drop out. Business, mass media, educational system. You are stuck with them. You cannot get rid of them. They are contaminated. They are programmed to think and react to certain stimuli in a certain pattern. You cannot change their mind, even if you expose them to authentic information, even if you prove that white is white and black is black. You still cannot change the basic perception. The process of demoralization is complete and irreversible. To get rid society of these people, you need another 20 or 15 years to educate a new generation of patriotically minded and common sense people who would be acting in favor and in the interests of United States society.
And yet these people who've been programmed and, as you say, in place and who are favorable to, these are the very people who would be marked for extermination in this country?
Most of them, yes. Simply because the psychological shock when they will see in future what the beautiful society of equality and social justice means in practice, obviously they will revolt.
You're fucking a white male!
In future, these people will be simply squashed like cockroaches. Nobody is going to pay them nothing for their beautiful, noble ideas of equality. This they don't understand, and it will be greatest shock for them, of course. They will be very unhappy, frustrated people. And the Marxist-Leninist regime does not tolerate these people. Obviously they will join the links of dissenters, dissidents. Unlike in present United States, there will be no place for dissent in future Marxist-Leninist America.
I started this gang called the Proud.
That's the Proud Boys in a nutshell. We will kill you. We look nice. We seem soft. We have boys in our name. But like Bill the Butcher and the Bowery Boys, we will assassinate you. Now, part of the reason I agree to do the talk is because I'm allowed to bring all my guys. And we can fight our way in and fight our way out.
Being a show I think it's our job to do it. And the cops just turn a blind eye.
If you're wearing a MAGA hat, as Sal is right now, Sal's in the studio, folks.
Oh my God, this is Al Cipolla. Where are you from? Audience. Wow, you came a long way.
You're wearing a MAGA hat, and some guy with a slightly punk demeanor comes up to you and says, "Hey, are you Sal or are you pro-Trump?" Choke him. Trust your instincts. Don't listen to what he has to say. Choke him. If I do a video where I say, how about we start throwing bricks? Is that legal? You can't call for violence on a specific person, but can you say they're throwing bricks? We should throw bricks.
Everything. We need more violence from the Trump people, Trump supporters. Choke a motherfucker, choke a bitch, choke a tranny, get your fingers around the windpipe.
I want violence, I want punching in the face. I'm disappointed in Trump supporters for not punching enough.
Get a fucking gun.
Golly. Okay, so that's enough, and I hope that what happens here is that I don't have to hear any more about social justice warriors on the left that hate white people, and I don't want to hear any more of these you think that 9/11 is an inside job, and then you've picked Trump? What a joke! He's the biggest Zionist. What is wrong with you people? So you're going to be all dealt with, and the cops are not going to help you. They're in on it. They're all of these groups talking about how they care about black people and they care about women on the left. None of those people are going to help you. I'm looking for individuals of any color, any persuasion, the actual Americans that understand that if we're united in our states, our different states of being, we cannot be divided. And if you talk about the left or the right, you are the enemy. That is it. And you will be dealt with. I will grow up in a society weak-minded fools that want to watch football and ride Ubers around and just act like everything's hunky-dory as your whole world's taken over by robots. So you're going to be dealt with by smart, strong people that are going to make it uncomfortable for you to act like this. And I'm going to find the other positive people, and we're going to make a change for the better. So deal with it. You're either on my side with real patriots or you're the enemy. Do you understand that in the Soviet Union, which definitely still exists over in Russia, they have concentration camps? They don't put up with anybody talking the truth like I am right now. So all you people on the left that tolerate social media censoring people, trouble. You're not American, and you're going to be made to feel uncomfortable until we totally get the trash out of our behavior here in America.